Hello, Gentleman Gamer here, and this week CCP started up another live event, which apparently I didn't know was going to happen. It kind of caught me off guard, which is like the second time it's happened in a couple months. I must be really slacking on the social media. But the event is called the Federation Grand Prix, and it's a little different than the other events they've done in the last couple of years, which is good, I think. Breaking the pattern a bit is good. Out of the pattern usually is, you know, the events site spawns, you go to said event site, you kill all the things there, and then you get, you know, goodies from the loot from the wrecks. This one's a little different, and obviously it feels kind of race oriented, I guess. But pretty much how it goes for every I guess challenge would be is it tells you to go to Luminaire system in Galenti space, and once you get there, it tells you to go to Pacific Beacon, which I think is called the Federation Grand Prix beacon. You go there, you land on grid, and when you land on grid, your ADC window refreshes and tells you destination. Now this can range from high sec, low sec, or even null sec, which is made some of them very interesting. But they also have a time limit, so you have to get there within the specific time to get to whatever amount of points. Now it looked like roughly the farther away it was, you get more points, and also if you go through low sec or null sec, you also get more points, which is very, very cool. To get the more points, of course. So I like how they broke the pattern of, like, you know, what they usually been doing. I didn't like how grindy it was, though. Having to go to a destination, then go back to Luminaire over and over again, got really annoying. And especially at the first 4 runs, before I changed strategies, I almost stopped the event completely. The only reason I kept going is because I heard you get skins from it. And I wanted skins, and I wanted the cerebral accelerators. That's pretty much what I wanted, and you get one. Like, you get skins, the first one I think, the second one you get boosters, and the third one you get skins again, and then all the way up to last one getting boosters again. So that's the only reason I kept doing it, and I'm happy I did, because when I figured out what people were doing, like strategy wise. Because at first I started with a leopard, which my mind thought quick, fast ship, you know, 20 AU warp speed, really fast align time, be perfect for this. But the first time I got sent into, I think it was Dead End, in Genesis space, which is low sec. The shuttles are paper thin, so if you miscalculate and you go in the wrong angle on a gate camp with smart bombs, you can lose 300 million, like just like that, within a second. So I became very risk averse really quickly. So then I changed up ships. Okay, I'll get something more tanky, something I can cloak, so I can angle myself better in the gates and stuff. And so I picked up a ship that I haven't used like ever since they came out a couple years ago, and it was the luxury yacht. I think you can cloak, you can go through bubbles, had really good align time if you fit it properly. And so I started using that, and that worked pretty well as well. For I think my second run I stopped using leopard and I switched to the luxury yacht. But having to go back to Luminaire every single time really took the enjoyment out of the event. Like, I can't stress how annoying it was going back to Luminaire with 0 points. Like, it gave you nothing for going back to Luminaire. They should have some sort of like chain, you know, some chain thing to make it better, you know. But after that, I realized what people were doing. Every time I went to a destination, I see a bunch of shuttles everywhere, and my first thought was people were AFKing it, like autopiloting, letting it go, and then when they get to the, you know, I didn't think of the, you know, the autopilot not working because of the time limit, right? But then I realized people weren't staying in their shuttles; they were ejecting and then self-destructing. So that saved the entire trip back to Luminaire, which is the thing I hated most about the event. So I started doing that. I bought like 90 like Amara shuttles in Luminaire. I set my my home station in the station where I bought the shuttles. So as soon as I got to my next destination, I would either self-destruct the pod or find a station with a clone bay in it and self-destruct them there. So you can avoid the 2 minutes as well if you do it that way. And with that strategy, I got done the event within like a day and a half. So I got all the way up. It was much easier and way less annoying. So, but so I think the event is cool because it really breaks up the monotony of the events. But I think they can be improved. I think that a couple of easy improvements can be probably having 2 challenges instead of 1. Like, it's always 1 challenge, and if you get like a high sec one that's far away, it's just boring to do. It's really, I think it's more boring than mining. To having to warp to like, which was the most annoying one. Well, the most boring, I think City of God was pretty boring. I don't think you go through low sec at all. There's really 1 long stretch of high sec, if I remember properly. And this is boring. I think there should be 2 challenges maybe. One with like high sec stuff, like easier, lower point stuff, and the second one being, you know, low sec, like low sec or null sec. We get more points for. I probably, if they had 2 different ones, I probably would have done the null sec, low sec ones over and over again. They're just more fun to do. A bit more strategy, maneuvering the ship, make sure you don't get killed on the way in. But you still have choice then. People don't want to go through low sec, but you know, they want to do like the monotonous, you know, 1.1s they can do. I think that'd be a quicker, more interesting fix. I'm not sure how you get around the fact that warping the Luminaire is annoying as hell. I guess we can do the shuttle thing. It's a pretty Eve way of doing it, I guess. An Eve way to solve the problem. I think ultimately maybe it'd be cool if they can like give you some points going back to Luminaire, instead, so you have an incentive not to destroy your shuttle. So maybe using the Leopard was actually worth it sometimes, just to get that 1 point going back or 2 points going back, depending on how far away you are. So I think maybe that'd be interesting. Have points going back as well. Now, a more complicated fix or improvement, we'll say, to the event, which I don't think CCP will do, because it probably takes too much dev time and all that, but really cool if they made it an actual race. Like when you go to Luminaire system and you go to that beacon, like you just kind of queue up like, all the people there, and then they pick, you know, like, you know, 5 people next in line, and they all give them the same destination, and then whoever makes it first gets the most points, or makes the second most points, etc., etc., etc. Then it actually feels more like a race, maybe. And then maybe you can restrict like the ship types, and now, you know, you have to use like Tech 1 frigates or something like that, or whatever, right? So that way it's not everyone's using the Leopard or something. But I think that would be really interesting as well. I don't see that happening because of the time it would take to do it, but it'd be really, really cool, I think, for like making an actual Grand Prix maybe. But that's it. I think overall, I think the idea of the event was good. I like them experimenting a bit. Some of the parts were really annoying though, and grindy, and but Eve players got around most of the grindy parts like really quick, so we're pretty adaptable. But that's it. That's the video, guys. Let me know what you thought of the event down in the comments. What you think can be improved. I don't want to get rid of the event. I think it's a cool event to have. I think it can be improved though. So let me know what you think should be fixed, or you know, maybe if you want to let it axed all completely, you know, you can say I don't hate it and I don't want it anymore. But if you have improvements for the event, you know, put them in the comment section, what you hated, what you liked about it. But that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, of course, leave a like. If you like the content, of course, subscribe and fly safe.